need you right now. I need you right now. I need you right now. I need you right now. Open up for me, baby. Don't keep a thing from me, baby. Open up for me, baby. I know you wanna tell me something. You've got people who preach things even when they don't believe it. And you know that if you tell me your deepest secret, I'll keep it. Let me tell you, that your heart is like a stereo. Let me tell you, I've done things I couldn't tell you. Your eyes tell your thoughts. Babe, look what you got. You know you're just my taste. Just my taste. I had some things I had to let loose. I got some things I need to get through. Down Julio, yeah, that's a good move. I got some bands that we could thumb through. So good, it's on a pedestal. I'm late, that's when I come through. You say, I need you right now. 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 Open up for me, baby. Don't keep a thing from me, baby. Open up for me, baby. I know you wanna tell me something. You got people who preach things even when they don't believe it. And you know that if you tell me your deepest secret, I'll keep it. Yeah. I know you want it, I know you want this, I know you feel it. Don't know how long this is gonna last, I don't wanna lose it. Pick me up when I don't go. You make me smile when I don't want to. You give me reason to try one go. I could never forget for you. Oh, nah, could you be mine, my love? Gucci, Prada, designer, low. Such a way to find your love. Oh, yeah. You say, I need you right now. I need you right now. Yeah. I need you right now. I need you right now. I need you right now. For me, baby. Don't keep a thing from me, baby. Open up for me, baby. I know you wanna tell me something. Yeah. You've got people who preach things even when they don't believe it. And you know that if you tell me your deepest secret, I'll keep it. Let me tell you. I need you right now. Broken 1,000 pieces, scattered across my mind.
Give me a second, everybody.
I'm fine. I love but I'm barely breathing. Feeling so weak inside. I don't know when I will see the light.
Yeah, everybody, welcome to the stream. This is Ace and Scribe. This is Ethereal Enigma. Hopefully your time isn't completely wasted here. So yeah, we're going to be playing part 7 now. And yeah, I did make a post during the week on YouTube. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again every stream. I don't have Twitter or Facebook or anything, and a couple of weeks ago I started using the YouTube community post on my channel. There's a community tab, and I post updates there. Like if I'm not streaming for whatever reason, or you know I've got an update or I'm not streaming or whatever, right? Just anything I feel like I want to share with the community, I'll post it there. And that'll be the only way I really like interact with you guys outside of streaming stuff, because so I update you and keep you informed, because you know I don't have Twitter or Facebook or anything. Yeah, sorry I didn't stream during the week. I just didn't really feel like doing fighting game streams. I just wasn't really feeling up to it. There's no like really good reason. I just didn't really feel up to it. I think maybe I was, yeah, I think I was saying that stuff happened during the week. Like I spilled a drink, I broke my favorite glass, and it went all under my bed and everything. And again, that's excuses, but the gist of it is I just didn't feel like it. I just wasn't really feeling up to it. So I didn't really want to. I don't want to force myself to do the streams and then not be motivated. I didn't want to do it, not be motivated, and then you're going to pick up on that, right? And I'm not going to be super into it, so I'm forcing myself. I'm phoning it in, you know. And, you know, for now, at least, you know, when I'm doing it as a hobby, it just didn't really feel right to you know, to phone it in like that. But anyway, we're here. And we're going to do Ethereal Enigma Part 7. But yeah, that's why I didn't do them during the week. I was still really feeling up to it. So for those who didn't see the post, but we're not streaming on those days, that's why. If you're not here for the fighting game stream, it doesn't affect you. If you are, then I apologize. All right. Let's launch up Ethereal Enigma. I need to make sure that the game is good. And then Ethereal Enigma right there. Like that. Okay, cool. And then like that. Cool. We are good here. Let's hide the music. Bush. And then we can launch up the game.
Now there's no turning back. I know that we'll face whatever may come our way, 'cause tomorrow's a new day. These simple days may pass me by, but with your hand that we can fly, guiding me through an open door. We can soar with you, there's no hesitation, only feelings that whisper inside my heart, telling me this is the place to start. Although there's times I may stumble and fall again, I know that I'm not alone in the end. I'm finally taking a path that will guide me straight ahead. Now there's no turning back. Just let those empties fade into black and fall into a new day. Please promise you won't let it slip away, and no, I'll be there. We'll take the leap and not have a care today. Will be the day. I'll never let these feelings slip away.
All right, let's get into it. Let's do it. I'm pumped. You pumped? I'm pumped. Alright. Sounds like I'm not. It sounds like you're not pumped. Subscribe. Alright. I don't remember what we were doing last. Oh, we're going on the trip to the hot springs. Yeah. I remember. I think it's the hot springs trip. Alright, check. Mic is going. Game is going. You see the game. You can hear the game audio. You can hear me. Let's mute the music in case I don't actually play that. And then we are good to go. Alright, let's do it. Ethereal Enigma Part 7.
Good morning, sweetie.
Morning.
Do you kids have everything you need for your trip?
Erin nods while Mina grins.
Yep, I'm all set.
Me too.
Wonderful. I thought it would be nice to drive you to school today.
That would be great.
Whoopsie.
Thanks, Mom.
Whoopsie.
Wonderful. I thought it would be nice to drive you to school today. That way, you don't have to walk and carry your luggage.
That would be great. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you. That is very kind.
Yeah, thanks, Aunt Amiko.
Of course.
We finish eating our breakfast and Aunt Amiko drops us off at school.
Have a great trip.
Gives us each a hug and then departs. We follow the crowd and file onto the buses. Kira already sits in one of the seats and Kose sits across from her. After greeting everyone, Mina and Erin squeeze in beside Kira while I sit next to Koze. Wow, is that how it is? I mean, don't get me wrong, sitting next to my bro is great and all, right? But I would have liked the opportunity to consider sitting next to Kira, but, you know, whatever, right? Once everyone is accounted for, the bus roars to life and we're on our way. Excited gossip and conversation breaks out across the bus, but I'm still exhausted from getting up early. Time to get some shut-eye. I lean my head against the glass and quickly fall asleep. Someone shakes me awake.
Hey, wake up!
I groan and squint through a bright ribbon of sunlight. With another blink, I see Koze's grinning face. Finally. I sit up and rub my eyes, then I follow everyone off of the bus. I'm greeted by a beautiful forest. Ooh, is it nice? This could be the screenshot for the thumb. This could be the thumbnail. We will have to see. We will have to see. Is my skin flaky today or something? My skin's really flaky today. I have no idea why. Alright. Sorry about that. Giant trees surround the area and flowers sway in the breeze. There's a row of wooden cabins and a building where I assume the reception area is. Two rangers greet Mrs. Sato and the other teachers.
Class, these rangers will show you to your cabins. You'll have time to explore before the first activity, and afterwards you'll be free for the day. We'll meet here for class. Don't be late!
So we get to explore a little bit. I mean, then there's one activity, or the first activity of the trip, but the one activity of the day, and then afterwards we'll have the day free. Okay. A male ranger leads the boys to the boys' cabins, and a female one leads the girls. Koze and I follow our ranger to the cabin. Bunks lean against the wooden walls, and large windows surround us to let in the sunshine and cool breeze. The cabin has a rustic and cozy atmosphere, and I can tell we'll be comfortable staying here. Other students file in and claim their spots. Koze and I gravitate to the beds in the corner. Since we have some time, what should I do? Stay in the cabin, organise my stuff, take a saw Mina at the fire pit, take a walk in the garden. I'll take a walk in the garden, why not? I used to like to go for walks. Go for a walk. The gardens sound like a good place to relax. As I make my way over, someone touches my arm. Oh, hey Kira.
Hey, were you walking towards the gardens?
Yeah, I am. Are you? He nods. It looks like we had the same idea. Cool. Want to head there together?
Sure.
The two of us walk side by side, following the footpath. Colourful flowers bloom all around us, and the trees sway with a gentle breeze. It all feels very peaceful. Something zips close to my ear with a low humming sound. I turn to see a hummingbird. It hovers near Kira's face before zooming away. Wow, it got pretty close.
Let's keep walking down the path. I hear there's some beautiful cherry blossoms down this way.
Okay. As we mosey along, Kira glances appreciatively at the surrounding plant life. There's another sound of something fluttering behind me, followed by soft twittering. What the heck? I turn again. Brightly coloured birds are scattered on a low branch near Kira. They stop chirping as soon as they notice me. Maybe we've spooked them?
What is it?
Oh, it's nothing. I just never noticed there were so many birds here. Kira shrugs. We continue on our nature walk. It's mostly quiet. I can hear the birds tweeting, flapping behind us. I look over my shoulder. Wow, there are a lot of birds around now. I guess the flowers and trees here are really nice. I keep up with Kira's pace. There's a flash of grey as something jumps out in front of her. It's a squirrel. And it dives for a nut close to Kira's feet. Ah, it's pretty cute.
Yeah, it is.
Make sure not to step on the squirrel as we keep going. A rustling sound comes from the bushes. I look back to see a flock of birds perched in it. Squirrel is in there too, as well as 2 chipmunks and a bunny nibbling on some berries. There are a lot of animals now. This is getting strange. Wow, they must love me. It could just be a coincidence. I don't think it's anything to cry home about. It's just a coincidence. Clearly, the animals here are just used to people walking through these gardens. Why else would they feel comfortable getting so close?
I think I see the cherry blossoms in the distance.
The 2 of us continue on the path. Luckily, the walk isn't much further. We eventually come to a beautiful field of bright pink trees. These must be the cherry blossoms she was talking about. A small smile graces Kira's lips. She reaches up on her tiptoes to touch some of the blooms hanging over a branch.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Suddenly, a loud shuffling in the bushes disturbs us. And I look up. A deer emerges in the distance. It flicks its ears and watches us. What the heck? Now there's a deer? The birds have also returned. They sing above us in the fluffy pink trees. Meanwhile, the squirrel is clinging to a branch nearby. I spot a few bunnies slowly come into view from the bushes and the chipmunks scurry out as well. Okay, this is weird. Why are there so many of them? This is crazy. Have you ever seen so many animals before?
Yes, we're in nature.
Deer tilts its head from far away. Its eyes seem to be boring into my soul. The birds flutter closer. Even the bunnies hop around near Kira's feet, as if they're happy to be there. Wonder if I can get closer. Are you Snowy White? It's Snowy Wit. This is not a coincidence. Kira, you didn't tell me you were a Disney princess.
Disney princess?
I gesture to the animals crowding around her. Next thing I know, they're going to follow us home and do all her laundry. Maybe even help her bake a cake. Who knows? Isn't this strange?
I don't know. I always notice animals around me.
But it's weird how many are here at once. Especially a deer. They're typically really shy and bolt at the slightest noise. She blinks, surprised.
Oh, well, I don't know.
It's all very odd, but I think I can see where the animals are coming from. It must be because you're a demeanor. Sorry, it must be because you're a demeanor. I was thinking dement from Harry Potter. It must be because of your demeanor. You're so calm and gentle. The animals probably show themselves because they feel safe around you.
Really?
Yeah, I feel it too. Kira smiles slightly. Her cheeks colour a soft pink before she glances away.
I'm sure it's because they can sense harmful intentions and we don't have any.
I think it's more than that. I've never had animals follow me around the way they follow you. Kira glances at the woodland creatures, her face softening.
It must be luck.
It seems like you like them as much as they like you. He nods.
I've always felt at peace among the animals. They don't care who you are, as long as you're not a threat.
That's true. They don't judge people the same way people judge people. Kira takes a small... I would argue some animals do, but, you know, personal experience. Kira takes a small step closer to the deer, who remains in place, watching her intently. Carefully, she extends a hand. I'm holding my breath as I watch the deer pause, its ears flickering. Sorry, its ears flicking. Then it slowly comes closer, sniffing her hand, before standing still, with a smile, Kira gently pets its head. He really is the animal whisperer. Whoa. How did you do that?
Do you want to try?
Yeah, sure. Slowly and carefully, she talks me through the
You
motions.
just have to be calm and patient.
Her cool composure and quiet confidence is strangely soothing. Makes me want to be around her too. A small blush touches her cheeks when she takes my hand and holds it out for the deer. I try not to think about her touch and remain focused, but my mind keeps slipping. Her hand is smooth and warm and so soft. The deer tenses. It doesn't approach, but it doesn't dart away either. It's not working.
Just wait.
I wait a little longer, but feel my frustration increases when there's no change. Stay patient, use the force. I'll listen to Kira. I'll listen to her. There's no time for jokes. This could be a moment here. This could be a moment. There's no time for silly jokes now. I should learn from Kira and keep calm and patient. I clear my mind, relaxing the tension I was feeling. As if sensing my change, the deer hesitantly steps closer and allows me to pet it. Hey, look, I'm doing it. My excitement spooks the deer and it darts off into the trees. Oh. Kira giggles before masking it with her previous calm.
That was still well done.
I had a good teacher. She smiles in response. Kira looks around.
I think the animals must like you too, or else they wouldn't stay.
The other woodland creatures continue to explore the greenery. Kira's gentle nature makes me feel calm too, and the animals must sense that. That's a nice thought. Thanks, Kira. She smiles softly, then clears her throat.
Although, we should probably head back.
Yeah, before the animals change their minds and leave. Or before the whole forest comes out to greet her. We walk back the way we came, with animals popping in and out along the way. Eventually, we arrive at the meeting point and split off into our separate cabins. I sit back on my bed and relax for the duration of our free time. Soon, it's time for our class activity. I grab my notebook and pen and meet the rest of the class. Mrs. Sato takes us down a path through the forest and talks about the natural ingredients found here for medicine. It's definitely useful. Who knows when you could need this stuff? After we finish identifying all of the helpful or poisonous plants in the forest, we're free to enjoy the evening as we wish. I head down one of the campsite's paths to pass the time. It's nice to get away from town and just appreciate nature every once in a while. Soon, the daylight begins to fade. I better turn back before it gets completely dark. By the time I'm back, the sun has disappeared behind the trees, and the campsite is buzzing with excitement. I can see a few fires flickering in the dark and hear students laughing nearby. As I walk past, I spot Mina and the others sitting in front of a campfire. She waves to me and I head over.
Hey, cuz.
Hey. As I get closer, I see the rest of the group has already circled around the fire pit. The campfire is cozy as orange and red As I get closer, I can see the rest of the group has already circled around the fire pit. The campfire is cozy as orange and red light flicker across their faces. I sit down between Erin and Kira.
We were looking for you, but you weren't in the cabin.
Yeah, I went for a walk. What are you guys up to? Jose grins and rips open a bag of marshmallows.
Making s'mores! You got here just in time.
Nice. Erin studies her marshmallow and the graham crackers, looking uncertain.
I don't understand how this works.
How what works?
This thing.
He holds up the ingredients.
Don't you have s'mores in Sweden?
What's a s'more?
It's some more.
Some more what?
S'mores. Mina gives me an impatient look.
It's a sandwich made of graham crackers, marshmallows, and chocolate.
Evelyn brightens.
Oh, a sandwich?
Or she can make one. Jiru, Dasuke, and a girl I vaguely recognise stop at our fire pit.
Hi, Erilyn.
Evelyn looks up and brightens.
Oh, hello, Sana.
Would it be okay if we join you?
Of course.
Thanks.
All three of them take a seat, and a girl smiles at us.
I'm Sana, by the way. I'm on the student council with Erilyn as your student body president.
Oh wow, the student body president is hanging out with us. It's nice to meet you. So come sit here with me. I mean, I'm into Kira, you know, so, you know, and she's my focus, so I've got no need to try and get with Sana. I'll just say it's nice to meet you. Must be because she and Erilyn are friends. Still, it's nice to chat with older students once in a while. We can learn a lot from them. I'm Holy. It's nice to meet you. Sana offers me a calm smile.
It's nice to meet you too.
Sana introduces Jiro and Dazuke, who is also the student council vice president. With introductions out of the way, Sana smiles, settling into her seat.
You're all first years, right?
Yeah,
It's a tradition among the upperclassmen to tell ghost stories around the campfire. What do you think? Would you like to join us in this tradition?
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Kira nods.
I love ghost stories.
Evelyn flips back her hair.
Although I haven't partaken in this tradition before, I do think it sounds intriguing.
I haven't told ghost stories around the campfire either.
Sana's eyes widen.
Is that true, Daisuke? You didn't tell them at your old school?
No, my previous education wasn't nearly as fun as it is here. Oh man, you're missing out! Now we've definitely got to tell them.
Everyone seemed excited except for Jiro, who shifts everyone seemed excited except for Jiro, who shifts uneasily in his seat.
We certain that's a good idea? What if someone gets scared?
That's the point.
Mina turns to me.
What about you, cuz?
If everyone else is in, then I am too, I guess.
Good,
A smile turns devilish.
because I know a super scary one.
Sure you do.
Oh, then you can go first.
Jose snorts.
I bet Mina's story's lame and doesn't scare anyone.
Mina crosses her arms.
You better hold on to your pants, Kosei, because they'll be scared right off of you.
We'll see. He lifts an eyebrow.
Let's hear it then.
We all glance at Mina, waiting. She takes a deep breath.
Once upon a time, there was a girl who was afraid of the
Amen.
dark. Ever since she was little, she'd put her hand under her bed and her dog would lick her hand to comfort her. This night was no exception. Her family was away, and it was extra dark and quiet in the house. She kept hearing a dripping noise, but tried to ignore it. She tried to be brave and go to sleep in her bed, but she felt so afraid. So, just like she always did, she put her hand down by her bed, and sure enough, her hand got licked. That made the girl feel a little better, so she fell asleep. The next morning, she was woken by the sound of her dog barking in the backyard!
Silence. Mina looks around.
Get it? Because he was outside all along!
Good effort. Forcing the punchline doesn't work. I'm not scary at all. I know this story, you told it wrong. Oh, nobody likes a smart ass, but I get called a smart ass a lot, so fuck it. Mina, that's not the ending to this story.
Huh? What are you talking about? Of course it is.
No. Didn't you wonder what the dripping sound was?
It was just a leaky faucet or something.
No. The real ending to the story is that after the girl had had her hand licked, she fell asleep, but woke up in the middle of night, still hearing that dripping. When she went to investigate, she found her dog hung up in the shower and a note in the mirror written in blood that said, "Dogs aren't the only things that lick." Mina yelps.
What? Seriously?
point. That's what you even said. Yeah, it's a scary story. Jose nods.
At least somebody here can tell a story, right?
I didn't even tell it right. I just recounted what the rest of the story was, and that was apparently good. And me recounting the rest of the story was better than her telling the fraction of what she told, apparently. He folds his hands behind his head, looking smug.
I could do better than that.
Mina shoots him a look.
I'd like to see you try.
Sure. Listen up.
Clears his throat.
There were two girls who lived together over a bakery. One night, the two went out to a birthday party. One girl forgot to bring the cake, so she went back into the apartment to get it. Without turning on the lights, she walked in and grabbed the cake off the counter. Then she went to the party. Later that night, her roommate got tired and went home early to sleep. The girl ended up having too much fun, so she stayed over at the birthday girl's place. The next morning, when she returned home, there was tape around the house and police patrolling the area. She tried to go inside, but the officer stopped her, saying there was a murder. She insisted that it was her roommate and she had to see, but the police wouldn't let her go in. They said it was far too gruesome. She didn't care and pushed past them. And when she walked in, she saw her roommate covered with a white sheet. But on the mirror, covered in blood, was the most horrifying sight she ever saw. In fact, she was so scared that after one look, she fell over, dead.
Jose pauses. Evelyn leans forward in her seat, completely immersed in the story.
What was it?
It was a picture of Mina!
What?
Confusion ripples across the circle. Everyone stares at him, dumbfounded. Jose smirks.
See? It's so scary you're all speechless.
We're speechless because it makes no sense.
She's right, it doesn't make any sense, but... he's trying to get back at Mina, but that was a bad way of going about it. But yeah, it didn't make any sense at all. Jose shrugs.
Makes a lot of sense to me.
No, it doesn't. Why would you even put me in your story?
Because you were the scariest thing I could think of.
Mina's face twists into a snarl.
I'm not scary!
Jose leaps back in his seat with a yelp.
Ah! See? Terrifying!
The story has so much promise, so terrifying. What was the real ending? Looking at Mina's angry pout, Jose's right. She is scary. Wow, Mina. Wow, Mina. No wonder that girl died of fright. One look at your face right now would scare anyone half to death.
Don't you even start, cuz.
Mina fixed her glare on me. I can almost feel the daggers stabbing into me. I thought I was dead. The end. Sana clapped enthusiastically.
Those were both great starts. Maybe I could try my luck at sharing a spooky story.
Sure.
Yes, of course. Any story will be better than Kosei's monstrosity.
Well, his story was better than yours, but his punchline sucked. Yours was just bad from start to finish. You even left out the ending.
You mean your sorry excuse for a story?
Giru hugs himself.
I think 2 stories should be enough for one night.
Oh, so if there was a bit of lag there on the stream.
I'd actually like to hear another.
Exactly. We have time for one more.
Oh, God, bet we do.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying all of these.
Sana grins.
Glad to hear it. Now, brace yourselves.
Once she has everyone's attention, she begins.
It was an especially dark and cold night. A family had just purchased a summer cabin, not unlike the ones here at the hot springs. It was an antique cabin, located in a quiet, secluded place, and the price was very low for the market. They couldn't pass up such a good deal. So, the father moved in early to get the place ready, while his wife and daughter finished packing in the old home. That night, the storm outside was wild. He thought he heard a tapping sound. The man felt uneasy, but he told himself it was just the sound of nature. The
tapping grew louder. It seemed to move from room to room, almost like footsteps. Still, the man tried to rationalize it as the old house settling, but the thumping came closer and closer. Thump, thump, thump. It was coming down the stairs now, louder and louder as it fell on each step.
See, she's telling the story with emotion. She's putting weight behind it, right? She's creating emphasis and dramatizing, you know, the telling of the story, right? She's creating emphasis and pausing and, you know, and saying words in a certain way that tells in a... Like, Jose did that, but not as well as she's doing it, right? His punchline just sucked, whereas Mina's one was just from start to finish, right? And she forgot the ending of the story. She told the ending of the story wrong. Whereas Sana is more intriguing from start to finish.
The father wondered if there were mice or squatters in the house. Was it a burglar? Thump, thump, thump. They were reaching the door to the living room. The latch slowly turned. As the door opened, the fireplace went out.
This is from Q. A gust of wind nearly extinguishes our campfire. Jose yelps and clings to Mina, who jumps with a shout.
Why are you screaming? It's not even the scary part yet.
So? You screamed too?
Only because of you.
God, they're at it again. Everyone else is also on edge. It's obvious Jiru tries not to act nervous, but his arms are crossed too tight. Even Kira and Erin look uneasy. Only Dazuke seems to keep his composure. Oh, whoopsie. Sana smirks, she continues her story.
Standing in front of the man was a mirror version of himself with white hair and blood red eyes. The man stared at the creature, and the creature stared at the man. And then it said, "You're mine now!"
Her leaps up, her face in a snarl and her hands stretched into claws, reaching towards us. Someone suddenly latches onto my arm. I look over to see Kira. She holds onto me in a death grip, her eyes wide, while the rest of her face and body language doesn't give anything away. If I didn't feel her holding onto me right now, I would never have realised she was so scared. She must feel my eyes on her because she looks up. She glances at her hands around my arm and a soft blush burns into her face. Put your hand over her hand. Put your arm around her. No, let's comfort her. Let's comfort her. She must be pretty scared if she's clinging to me like that. I try to comfort her by folding an arm around her small shoulders. Don't worry, Kira. I'm here for you. Kira tenses, wriggles out from the grasp, still slightly flushed.
Thanks, but I'm fine. I'm sorry for clinging to you like that.
Oh, it was no trouble. Disappointment settles in my gut. Maybe that was too much.
Hey,
maybe.
let go already.
Maybe I should just put an arm on her hand, but I mean, she was clinging to me, so I thought, oh, you know, I'll give her a hug, but maybe that was too much intimacy for her. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, we know. At least we try to, you know, take initiative. Huh? Kira and I jump apart. We turn to see Jose clinging onto Mina like a lifeline. His arms are... Why is it lagging now? I swear every time I take a clip, it lags, even though it's never done that before. Their Medals updates, man, has really scuffed the game. Has really scuffed performance. Like, used to be really good. Now it seems like the performance is really bad. Which sucks. It didn't used to be this bad. Alright, let's continue. We turn to Kode clinging onto Mina like a lifeline. His arms are wrapped around her head, which is tucked securely into his chest. Mina flushes and tries to get away, but to no avail.
Hey, I said let go.
But Kode shakes his head.
No way! I am never letting go!
Laughter puffs out of me. Oh, you never want to let go of Mina, huh? The two of them freeze. They glance at each other and then jump apart.
It's about time you let go.
He huffs and straightens her shirt. Jose scoffs.
If I'd have known it was you, I would have let go ages ago.
Who else would it have been?
I thought you were him!
He gestures to me. Mina's mouth pops open.
What? How could you make that mistake?
Because I grabbed onto a bicep and it had a lot of muscle. I didn't think it could belong to a girl.
Mina flushes scarlet.
What?
The two continue to argue back and forth like an old couple. After the excitement quiets down, Sana is about to finish her story when Mrs. Sato interrupts.
I hope everyone has enjoyed their evening. Lights out will be soon, so everyone should head back to their cabins. We've got an early start tomorrow.
Don't know whether I'm disappointed or relieved to miss the ending. Sana offers us a smile.
This was fun! Great stories, everyone!
Yeah, definitely. We help out put out the rest of the fire and all say our goodnights. Still feeling uneasy from Sana's story. Jiru sticks by Daisuke's side like glue, while Kira, Mina and Erilyn trail together towards their cabin. Jose and I return to our cabin. After getting ready for sleep, we slip off our shoes and then jump into bed. It's always weird sleeping in a new place, and Sana's story didn't help. I toss and turn before eventually falling asleep. I awaken to my classmates shifting around the cabin. Blinking, oh my god, we can do this, I believe. Blinking bleary eyes. I sit up in my bunk. Everyone is buzzing excitedly about something. As I catch pieces of conversation, I become more alert. Tonight, we get to soak in the hot springs. Energized, I hop out of bed and head to the washroom to change and get ready for the day. When I return to my bunk, I see Jose sitting on his bed chatting with Daisuke. He waves me over when he spots me.
My man! I was just telling Daisuke what a good soccer player you are.
Daisuke smiles.
Yes, so I hear. How come you didn't try out for the club?
Because I love the club I'm in. They want to upstage Jose. Too serious about it. I'm not too serious about it. I break into a joking grin. You know, because if it came down to choosing either me or Jose, I knew he'd never have a chance, you know?
Those are some big words coming from a guy who can't score against the wall.
Daisuke and I groan and share a sympathetic look. He still calls himself that, huh?
Unfortunately.
Daisuke smiles warmly.
Well, if you ever want to play or practice, let me know.
That's actually a great idea.
Jose throws his arms around the two of us.
We should all play together sometime. Daisuke's a killer striker.
Thanks, Kosei, but I'm not that good.
Don't be modest. You're a new student who made it onto first string. That's amazing.
Daisuke's eyes redden in embarrassment.
I've still got a lot to learn.
It's pretty rare for a first year or transfer student to make it onto the starting lineup. Daisuke must be a really talented player. That's really great. How long have you been playing? He hesitates.
Not that long, but I've always been athletic. I did a lot of conditioning and training exercises growing up, so the transition into the sport was pretty easy.
Daisuke was telling me the type of exercises he used to do at his old school. Really hardcore stuff. They used to start each training session with a 2-mile run.
I hope they started with exercises before that. Wow. Can you imagine if you had to do that every practice, Jose?
I'd be dead.
For a starter.
Definitely dead.
Daisuke laughs.
I bet you could do it. You've got the drive if you put your mind to it. In fact, maybe we should start working up to that.
Yeah, great.
Daisuke chuckles at the stained look on Koze's face. He checks the time and stands.
It's been nice chatting, but I need to get back to my group. Our class is doing some sort of culture excursion.
Right.
Have fun with that.
Thanks.
I wave as he leaves. When he's out of sight, I turn to Koze. He seems like a cool guy. Koze nods.
Yeah, I've been practicing with him a lot. He can get pretty intense sometimes, but that's not always a bad thing on the soccer field.
Takes one to know one.
Huh?
Nothing. Koze can get pretty intense too. No wonder the two of them get along so well. Don't we have some kind of class activity too?
Oh yeah! We'd better go before we're marked late.
He jumps off the bed, then sighs.
I can't believe we still have to learn even when we're not in school.
At least we're out of the classroom. We should demand freedom. Having the same boring lessons while we're at the hot spring resort feels like a wasted opportunity. Yeah, why bring us out of school just to stick us right back in it?
Exactly! We even have to wear our uniforms.
At least they could do is let us dress how we like.
Yeah, like in a t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah. Or even something more comfortable.
Whoa, let's not get crazy now.
I laugh. After gathering our things, we head out of the cabins and join the rest of our class. Mrs. Sato leads us through the grounds, talking about the history of the camp resort and the health benefits of the hot springs. After the tour, we're divided into smaller groups for more in-depth lessons. There's a small museum on the resort that has more information on the formation of the hot springs. Information on the formation of the tornation of the cranation. Like, what are we doing here? Is it a rap? Sorry, I'm just like, what the hell was that? It's actually pretty interesting to learn how natural hot springs are formed. These happen to be safe for bathing, but some hot springs are naturally so hot they can boil an egg. I definitely have a greater appreciation for the intricacies of nature and the earth. We're then given some time to create presentations on what we've learned so we can present to the class. Finally, our group activities finish and we're dismissed for the evening. Mrs. Sato announces the time for dinner, but otherwise we are free to do as we wish. Koze and I grab what we need from our cabins, then rush to the hot springs, our spirits soaring.
I can't wait to let the healing wash over me.
Same here. Hey. That's a bit of a short one today, but I think I'll end it there. That way we're just at the hot springs. This is the second day of the trip anyway, right? So that way we can get right into the good stuff next stream. So yeah, that'll be it from me, I think. Oh, that was wrong. There we go. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate you being here. Sorry it wasn't a super long stream today. But you know, we got through day one of the trip, and we're now on to day two. You know, we get start next part right into the hot springs, which will be tomorrow around the same time. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed Ethereal Enigma, and you've enjoyed my streaming personality, well, you know, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, I appreciate you being around and giving me a chance. It means a lot. Thank you. If I do see you tomorrow, like I said, it'll be around the same time. I've got a stream schedule, which is on my Twitch channel, under the video player and in the about section. And then on YouTube, it'll be around my channel banner and in the description of any short or video I upload. And it's also available on my Linktree link as well, which is available on my Twitch and YouTube channels, respectively. Yes, sir. Thanks so much for being here. I hope I've been sorting your tape to an extent, be that first, second, third, fourth, you know, order only, background noise. If I've been sorting your tape to an extent, I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for more Ethereal Enigma. If I don't, thank you for giving me a chance, like I said. And next week, I'll look into doing the fighting streams. I know I did like, I think, not this week, the week before, I think I did like maybe one fighting stream. This week, I didn't do any. So I know I've been a bit splotchy with the fighting streams as of late. But I will look to do them next week. I just didn't really feel like doing them this week. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Ethereal Enigma around the same time. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.